Romantic Wednesdays with Poetry. I'm Alisa Agnes, your host, and I believe it's time to get real and spill some tea, a coffee. So today I will continue talking about new beginnings, and today I will read you Certain Rainy Evening and the second poem, The Old Walls. So today you will get a little bit of romance and a little bit of science. So yeah, this is what is waiting for you in this new chapter called New Beginnings. But it's actually in the third cycle of my second poetry book, Students' Notes, Open Eyes. And I think it really shows in these two poems. Alright, so now I will read you the first poem. It's called Certain Rainy Evening. Certain rainy evening. Does he remember my name? Does he know I love him so? Did he see it in my eyes? Did he see it written on my face? Your hand on my coat, the kiss of rain, lovers whisper, until the next time. I don't feel my heart beating, it's too fast to catch up. Butterflies fly away and fly back again. And I know for sure I love him so. You bring me joy, you bring me warmth, that I know for sure I can't live without you. Love is the joy that someone gives you to taste, and time is sweetly ticking, certain rainy evening. So yes, that's the first poem, and as you can see, it's a little bit of romance, and I can tell you that it's about the real life situation. I mean, lovers meet again, and the guy promises the next, meeting, and it's about feelings that I could feel back then in 2017, and it's about wondering if he remembers that moment and if he felt the same as me. And it's also such a reflection about love that, sometimes the fast beating heart just disappears. But it doesn't mean that the love is over, because you can always, happen to beat faster again. And it's also about butterflies that fly away and can come back one day again. And it's like saying that this is not what love really means. It means just joy and this warmth, and you just feel it in your bones that you love someone. And my experience made me feel like this is not what makes love. I mean, butterflies and the fast heartbeat. It's just more than that. But also when the real love is something that we're dealing with, then you can be sure that butterflies will always come back and your heart will beat faster and again and again. And that's why I changed this poem a lot, because after more recent experiences, I realized that I have to put some changes in this poem. And it happened that I talk about this poem today, so it's just the perfect timing, I guess. Okay, and the last part of this poem is about telling readers that love is simply this joy that someone can give you, and just love feels so sweet in such moments. And it was autumn days, and that's why it's about certain rainy evening. Yep. So you know what this poem is about. You know that it was about also the real life situation. I mean, this is what inspired this poem, and that I just made some changes in this poem, so it looks completely differently than at first. But this podcast is also a chance for me to look at my poetry one more time and rewrite it, and that's why the final version of this audiobook and my just poetry book will be the second version. So yeah, I guess right now I can move to the second poem. It's called The Old Walls. So here it is. The old walls. On the old walls, a white light falls. Sapientia looks sideways from under her stony eye, heavy tired eyelid. On the old walls, a shadow of secret books falls, and an ivy ties up pages, buildings, and mysteries for good. So yeah, I changed a little bit of this poem as well. I mean, I just put for good at the ending because I felt like it sounds better like that in English. So at first I need to tell you that sapientia is simply the Latin name of wisdom. And it's about the sculpture. I remember that it was my first year at the university, and in front of my building, in front of my department, there was such a sculpture of one of Asian goddesses, and I felt like it's sapientia, and that's why I wrote such a poem about old university walls, and it's full of references to antique times because of the sapientia and because of just knowledge and books. And it's also about mysteries that science can carry with it, and about, I guess, it's just about the campus, I guess. So it's a very typical poem just about studying. And it was my first year in 2017, and it was October when studies started for me. And when I just look at this poem, I can see how much different my poetry got just after this first month. So I guess that studies really open eyes, and that's why this book means so much to me, and I really love all these poems, especially this third cycle. I mean, I feel like every single poem from New Beginnings is just one of best poems that I have ever written. I honestly love all these lines, all these, pieces of poetry. And well, this one was kinda short, and I just feel like it's impossible to say anything more, because it's just about the sculpture, about the buildings of university. It's about discovering your field, and it's about centuries of knowledge that is a kind of timeless thing, because what was written in books centuries ago, we can read it right now and it will remain, and it's just so mysterious and it's so magical and it's so just it's hard to say, but I think this poem kind of closes this feeling, that it's the Sapientia is something just timeless. Yep. And the sculpture from in front of my department is such a metaphor of this. Yes, so I guess right now it's time to slowly end this episode, so I can tell you that in the next episode I will talk about next two poems from this cycle. The first poem is called Bloody December Rain of Love, and right now I need to also tell you that when I use the word bloody, I always mean full of blood. Just so you know. And the second poem is called The Ghost That Can Feel Love. My god, I love these two poems very much, especially this one that I've just mentioned about the ghost, because it's so romantic, and as you probably know already, romanticism is my era. Forever. Yep, romanticism forever. So I will read you these two poems for you next week, and I see that we're slowly getting closer to ending this cycle. But September Hopes, it's kind of the continuation, but it's not so much connected with science, I guess. So yep, I guess that's all today, and right now I can only tell you until the next time. Bye!